Shriya Parekh. Shriya.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Are you ready, beta?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, start with your introduction.
Good morning, ma'am. My name is Shriya Barik. I study in class 7th and today I'm going to tell you science uses in our daily life. So let me take these onions. Why do onions make us cry? Because chopping or slicing an onion break down itself and the sulfur compound spread through the air and it irritates our eyes. And the older onion creates this effect strongly than the younger onion. So I am so thirsty, let me drink water. So why do we drink water? Let me tell you why we drink water because we need water to digest our food. And water is needed for digestive juices like urine, pee, pop, and it helps forgive us energy. So now let's take this water glass and why it is tasteless and colorless. So let me see this. Why water is colorless and tasteless? Because there is two particles of H hydrogens and one particle of oxygen. So it is H2O. Now H plus is sour in taste and OH minus is bitter in taste. So sour plus bitter is tasteless. So we have done tasteless, but why water is colorless? Now I will tell you. Here, colorless because sunlight has seven color with your. Now sunlight direct falls on water, but the water absorbs full colors, but not light blue color. So we can only see blue color. So this is all my today's science exhibition class. Thank you and have a nice day.
Okay, Shreya. कुछ पूछना है किसी को? Okay, thank you, Shriya Parekh. Next participant is Akshita. Akshita Srivastav.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Start the.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Akshita Srivastava, class 7B, roll number 70201. The title of my project is Properties of Light, in which I am going to demonstrate four properties of light. These are light travels in a straight line, reflection of light, refraction of light, and diffraction of light. Light is a form of energy which excites our sense of sight. It exists in tiny packets called photons. The first property that I am going to demonstrate is light travels in a straight line. To prove this, I have taken here three squares with a hole in the middle like this. Now, when I keep this in a straight line and put laser light on the hole, we see that light is visible on the screen. But when I misalign the holes and put the laser light on the hole, we see that path of light is blocked by square and we are not able to see light on the screen. This proves that light always travels in a straight line. I have also made a diagram on this. When these are in a straight line, light was visible on the screen. But when I misaligned these holes, light was not visible on the screen. The second property that I am going to show is reflection of light. The law of reflection says that when light is reflected by a surface, the angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. To prove this, I have taken here a laser light, a plane mirror, and a screen. Now, when I put laser light on the plane mirror, we see that angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. This proves the property of reflection that angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. The third property that I am going to demonstrate is refraction of light. The law of refraction says that when light travels from one medium to another medium, it slightly bends. This is because speed of light is different in different mediums. To prove this, I have taken here a glass lamp. Now, when I put laser light on the screen, we see that the focus of light is at this point. But when I put glass lamp on the path of light, we see that the focus of light has shifted. This is because speed of light is different in glass and air. If light is incident perpendicular to both the mediums, light will not bend. I have also made a diagram on refraction of light. When light was passing from glass to air, it slightly bends. The fourth property that I am going to demonstrate is diffraction of light. The law of diffraction says that if light passes through edges of an obstacle, it flares out or spreads out in a shadow zone. To prove this, we place a cardboard having a hole in the middle. Now, when I put light on the hole, we see that image was clearly visible when the size of hole is very large. And when the size of hole is very small, we see that image is very blurred on this. This is because when the size of hole is very large, most of the light rays was able to pass through the hole, and so the image on the visible was clear. But when the size of hole is very large, we see that less number of light rays was able to pass through them, and so the image was very blurry. Thank you.
Okay, बेटा.
थैंक यू अक्षिता, आपने बहुत अच्छे से एक्सप्लेन किया. अक्षिता, ये आप जो भी आपने यहाँ पे प्रिंसिपल यूज किया, या आपने फिजिक्स थोड़ी सी बहुत हमें भी पढ़ा दी, अच्छी बात है. ये आप इसको बाहर कहाँ पे यूज करोगे? ये जो सेम आपने यहाँ पे प्रॉपर्टीज बताई ना लाइट की, वेयर डू यू यूज दीज प्रॉपर्टीज इन सोसाइटी और इन द एनवायरमेंट? वेयर डू यू यूज दिस?
Like reflection of light, we are able to see our surroundings. So like in this way, these properties are used in surroundings.
हम सराउंडिंग्स में और भी आपने बहुत सारी प्रॉपर्टीज बताया. रिफ्रैक्शन बताया आपने, और फिर वो भी बताया कि लाइट बड़ी दिख रही, छोटी दिख रही. सो वेयर डू यू यूज इन दिस प्रॉपर्टी? कहाँ पे यूज करोगे आप? प्रैक्टिकल यूटिलिटी क्या है इस प्रोजेक्ट की?
Ma'am, like rainbow formation is refraction of light. So like this, in this we surround this is also example of in surroundings of these properties.
आप कहाँ पे यूज करोगे बेटा? ठीक है, रेनबो आपने सही बताया, लेकिन आप कहाँ पे यूज करोगे इस प्रॉपर्टी? जो भी आपने प्रॉपर्टीज यहाँ पे शो करी, इनको आप कहाँ पे यूज करोगे? सोच के बताओ, कहाँ पे यूज कर सकते हो आप इनको? ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं अक्षिता. थैंक यू. यू हैड गिवन अ गुड एक्सप्लेनेशन ऑफ योर प्रोजेक्ट. थैंक यू अक्षिता.
Okay. Our next participant is Hitika Malhotra. Hitika.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, better switch on your camera.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, start.
Students of class 7 and number is 702.
What's the difference in these plants? These plants are grown without soil.
हितिका, आपकी आवाज अच्छे से नहीं आ रही बेटा.
वापस से शुरू
Ma'am, I will start it from beginning.
Okay, beta. After some time, okay, I will call you again.
Okay, ma'am.
Next is Prashika Raul Khilare.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Prashika. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Start.
Good morning. My name is Prashika Khilare from class 7B and my roll number is 70210. Today I am presenting here my science project and my topic is importance of vaccine against COVID-19. Before I explain my project, I would like to tell you the aim of this project. The aim of this project is to save lives, prevent premature death and disability. This will also help to improve the ability of the children to learn how corona destroys our whole body system and how to take good precautions against it. Now let us know about how corona gets entered in a human body. As you can see, these are the species of coronavirus. A person gets caught by corona and it gets spread all over in our lungs like this. Now, this corona species will destroy all our red body cells and we will become so weak and our immunity power will go down. If a person doesn't get good hospitalization and treatment, it can die. A vaccine is now the most powerful way to curb the disease. That is why our world scientists have worked on this huge python and successfully they have invented these two vaccines which are called Covishield and Covaxin. When a person gets vaccinated ourselves, its immunity system will be activated to recognize the invading python and will produce the antibodies. Now, these antibodies will fight against this corona and it will destroy all its species and we will get relief just like our soldier does and protect our country. In order to ensure safety and effectiveness of this vaccine usually goes to preclinical research. First, it goes to preclinical research. After that, it goes to clinical trials that are phase 1, phase 2 and phase 3. After that, it gets the regulatory approval for the vaccine, and then it goes for the manufacturing and circulation process. Researchers across the world have taken 61 candidate vaccines in clinical trials counted by WHO on 22 December. In clinical trials, 16 candidate vaccines are already in phase 3 and 5 of them are from China. So, make yourself trust that this vaccine is very useful and very effective for your body and for your committee, and hope of getting life back on the track. Thank you.
Prashika?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, nice explanation, Prashika. आप ये बताओ कि why you have selected this project and what message you want to convey through this message to the society.
Ma'am, I have selected this project because in our world, as you know, as we all know that in our world, the corona is spreading in very great way. So, and the people which are poor and villagers, they are thinking that this vaccine is fake, and they are thinking that in this vaccine there is only water, not medicine. So I think that this project could help them to think that this vaccine is very useful for your body and for your committee.
Thank you, Prashika.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Deepika, are you ready? Deepika Malhotra? Okay, we move on to next participant. Sanyukta Bhattacharya? Sanyukta?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, beta. Are you ready? Ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, start, beta.
Namaste. My name is Sayukta Bhattacharya from class 7, roll number 7021. आज आप लोग हम इतने कोरोना वायरस के चक्कर में हैं, और क्या आपने कभी नोटिस किया है जब हम हैंड सैनिटाइजर या हैंड वॉश का यूज करते हैं तब हम उसके हैंडल को पकड़ते हैं और यूज करने के लिए, इस कारण कोरोना वायरस स्प्रेड हो सकता है। तो क्यों ना हम अपने पैरों का यूज करें उसको हैंड सैनिटाइजर या हैंड वॉश को अप्लाई करने के लिए। तो जैसे कि मैंने एक प्रोजेक्ट बनाया फुल ऑपरेटेड लिक्विड सोप डिस्पेंसर फॉर हैंड डिसइंफेक्शन। ये इसका वर्किंग प्रिंसिपल पास्कल्स लॉ के ऊपर बेस्ड है, और ये इजी टू यूज है, सिंपल आइडिया है, और इसका बजट भी काफी लेस है, तो कहीं भी यूज कर सकते हैं, कोई भी यूज कर सकता है। तो लेट्स सी। तो ये है प्रेशर पैड। जब हम इस पैड के ऊपर प्रेशर डालते हैं तो इस फ्लेक्सिबल ट्यूब से ये प्रेशर, वाटर प्रेशर सिरिंज तक जाता है, और सिरिंज के एक्सपांड होने के कारण हम हैंड वॉश का यूज कर सकते हैं। As you can see, here is this hand wash. So by this way we can prevent the coronavirus from spreading. Thank you.
Thank you, Sanyukta.
Sanyukta?
Yes, ma'am.
So you have done a good project, beta, keeping in regard of the COVID-19 and all. So you have told now that you have used Pascal's law. Any idea about Pascal's law?
Ma'am, the Pascal law is the pressure applied anywhere to the body of fluid causes the cold to be transmitted equally to all the directions.
Okay. So here in your particular that setup, you have applied pressure to the foot, and then that connected with what? You are having a pipe over there to connect the air, and what you've done, beta? How you've done this particular part? Just show me.
Ma'am, due to water pressure. Ma'am, when we press the pressure pad due to the water pressure, it goes through the syringe.
Okay.
Due to by the way.
Okay, beta. Okay, beta. So good, really good.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Next participant is Karushi.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you ready, Karushi?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, start now.
Good morning. My name is Karushi. I am from class 7B. My roll number is 70220. Today I am representing the heart working model. This is heart. Heart is a muscular cone-shaped organ of our body. It works as a pump. Today I will explain heart through this chart. There are four chambers in heart: right atrium, right ventricle, left ventricle. First, the deoxygenated blood enters to the right atrium through superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. After that, it enters to right ventricle. The blood do not mix because of tricuspid valve. After that, the deoxygenated blood enters to lungs through pulmonary valve and pulmonary artery. After that, the lungs purify deoxygenated blood to oxygenated blood. Then it then the oxygenated blood enters to left atrium through pulmonary vein, and then it enters to left ventricle. The blood do not mix because of bicuspid valve, and then it enters to aorta through aortic valve. There is a SA node, and aorta supply the whole blood to all body parts. There is a SA node on the right atrium. It generates currents and the heart starts pumping. And the sound of heartbeat is lub and dub. The blue color represented the deoxygenated blood. These are veins. The red color represented the oxygenated blood. These are arteries. These are lungs. This is heart. This is blood. Body parts. This is my working model of heart. Thank you.
Any question, madam? Wait a minute, beta. Madam will ask some question related to your exhibit.
Yes, Tarushi, a very good explanation for your age group. You explained it very thoroughly, very nice. But tell me, is heart playing a pivotal role in our life? Is heart a very important working organ? In what sense?
Yes, ma'am. The heart is very important engine for our body. It it has it is like an engine. If it healthy, our body is automatically healthy, and we have to eat healthy food.
Heart is making, Tarusha, heart is making our body healthy? Is heart making our body healthy?
No, ma'am. We have to eat the healthy food that makes us healthy.
Then heart is working in conjugation with which other system? Together, one more system is also involved in that. Without
Respiratory system.
which
Respiratory.
which part, which particular organ is helping?
Lungs.
Okay, good, very good, exclusive. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Ma'am. Next participant is Awais Ahmed. Awais.
Ma'am.
Okay. Are you ready, beta?
Yes, ma'am.
Start, beta.
Good morning, ma'am. Myself, Avez Ahmad. I study in class 7th B. Today I will explain you about rocket science. So first we have to know about rocket. Rocket is a machine which helps astronauts to travel in space. These giant machines are governed under Newton's law. The Newton's first law describes how an object acts when no force is acting upon it. So when the rocket is standing on a launching pad before it is launched, it will stand still until an external force is applied to it. And the second law of Newton describes that how that heavier objects need more force to be in motion. So this describes that small rocket needs less fuel to move and large rocket needs more fuel to move. And the third law is the most crucial law of the Newton's. The third law says that from every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. So when the fuel of rocket burns, it creates a push upward, which creates an equal opposite reaction against gravitational force. So the rockets are all governed by Newton's law. And when the rockets fly in the sky, the rocket has the propellant booster, which helps the rocket to fly in a very high speed. The fact is about rocket that the rocket can fly at the speed of 28,000 kilometers per hour. Thank you. But ma'am, I have to show you my homemade rocket. This is my rocket, and for example, this is the bottle, and this is my rocket. And when I burn a candle here, the rocket is burned because I put a rocket fuel in this bottle. So when I will burn the bottle, it will blow up. Thank you.
Aves, you don't have a working model. Can't you show that you're that launching of the rocket?
Yes, ma'am, I can launch our rocket.
Your voice is not coming here.
Ma'am, he's I
Okay, okay.
and then I had to burn it to a candle.
Be careful, beta, hai na? Sir, keep the safety precautions with you.
Ma'am, when I burn it with the candle, the fuel of the rocket push upward and push the rocket upward, and this creates and thrust, and rocket goes up high in the sky and comes down. Thank you.
Okay. So what fuel have you used, beta?
Ma'am, I have used alcohol.
Alcohol. Can we use any fuel like petrol, diesel, whatever for this particular rocket and all in practical life?
Yes, ma'am, we can use, but if we use more amount of fuel, the plastic bottle can burn.
Plastic. Okay, okay. And where will use this rocket propulsion, beta? For what purpose will be using this?
Ma'am, this rocket helps us astronauts to travel in space. Then this rocket, this is a homemade rocket, so it can't go in space. But
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 at
the
least you have
original
tried
rocket can go in space.
but you have
Thank
tried your best, beta. Really good. Very good, beta.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Aves. Next participant is Mohammed Ayan. Mohammed Ayan. Mohammed Ayan, are you there? Okay. Next is Raghav Vyas. Raghav Vyas.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Start, beta.
Good morning, respected judges and my friends. My name is Raghav Vyas. I study in class 7th B. My 5-digit roll number is 70235. Today I am going to present a science project based on atmospheric pressure. Things we needed are some colored water, a saucer, a glass, and a candle. So first I put this candle inside this saucer and pour some water. Now I lit this candle. Now I cover this candle by the glass upside down. As we see that when the candle lit off, the water rised up inside the glass. It is because the flame uses up all oxygen present inside the glass and it has created low pressure. The atmospheric pressure outside the glass force
its weight because of the water at the base of the glass has created an airtight seal. The pressure difference between inside and outside of the glass causes the water to raise until the pressure inside the glass and the atmospheric pressure outside become equal. Thank you. Have a nice day ahead.
Your teacher will ask some question.
Yes, Raghav. I want
Yes,
to ask
ma'am.
you, where do you use? Where will you use this project?
मैम we use this project मैम जब हमें ब्लड टेस्ट करना है जैसे तो उसमें हम इसे यूज कर सकते हैं या फिर हम जब स्ट्रॉ से कुछ खींचते हैं तो उसमें भी हम ये यूज कर सकते हैं.
Okay, good beta.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Raghav.
Okay, ma'am.
Our next participant is Shauraveer. Shauraveer.
My name is Shauraveer and I am and my roll number is 7026. First of all, my project name is spacecraft. A spacecraft is a vehicle or a machine designed to fly in outer space. A type of artificial satellite spacecraft are used for a variety of purposes, including communication, Earth observation, meteorology, navigation, transportation of humans and cargo. Now I have to tell about satellite. This is a picture of artificial satellite, and the artificial satellite has a solar array, propellant tank, medium gain antenna, high gain antenna, and low gain antenna. A satellite is an object that people have made and launched into orbit using rockets. The size, altitude, and design of satellite depend on its purpose. There are many types of satellites like navigation satellite, communication satellite, weather satellite, Earth observation satellite, astronomical satellite, international space station. Now I have to tell about rocket particles. In a rocket PSLV, there is a height of 44 meter, diameter 2.8 meter, and the number of 4 stages are there. And its first and it can lift 32 tons XL of mass, and its first flight is in 1993 September 20. PSLV is the third generation launch vehicle of India. It is the first Indian launch vehicle to be equipped with liquid stages. In space, the rocket gets separated between 3 stages. To launch, the rocket needs enough propellant so that the thrust pushing the rocket up is greater, which is done in labs. Now I have to tell about other vehicle Apollo. This is a picture of Apollo. Astronauts are sent to space to observe the climate and land on planets like Mars and Earth. When Apollo lands on Earth, it lands on a water body for a safe landing. Now I am telling about ship connection management in space agencies. In space agency, mostly ships are sent to ocean like Atlantic Ocean, Pacific Ocean, and Indian Ocean, etc. In a purpose of tracking the satellite when it covers the orbit of Earth, and it is also used in a mission Mangal. I also made a diagram or a model of it. As you can see, this is a world map, and most ships are sent to oceans. Now you can ask question. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
So Shaurya, so demonstration part you have given very well, beta. But why not you have gone for a walking model?
मैम my only aim is to explain because मैं है ना बहुत से इंडियन जो पीपल है ना उनको पता नहीं है कि रॉकेट लॉन्चिंग कैसे होती है स्पेस में क्या क्या होता है कौन कौन से व्हीकल होते हैं जैसे कि सैटेलाइट अपोलो और रॉकेट so I have studied all I already studied about spacecraft so I explain it.
Okay, beta.
Okay, thank you, Shauraveer. Our next participant is Mumuksha Dhakar. Mumuksha. Mumuksha Dhakar is not there, so we will move on to next participant. Next is Manasvi Singh. Manasvi Singh.
Yes, ma'am.
Beta, switch on your camera. Okay.
Ma'am, camera is on.
Yes, yes, okay. You are. Okay, start, Beta.
Yes, ma'am. My name is Manasvi Singh from class 17, roll number 70113. Ma'am, can I start?
Start, Beta.
Ma'am, the Newton's theorem is debunked to demonstrate the conservation of momentum and conservation of energy with swinging sphere. When one sphere at the first sphere when lifted up and released, the the first sphere transmitted the force to the last, and the last sphere goes upward. The last sphere swings back and strikes the nearly stationary sphere, repeating the effect on opposite direction. This project is invented by English scientist Sir Isaac Newton and designed by French scientists. This project is also known as Newton's ball, Newton's rocker or executive ball clicker, Newton's pendulum. Thank you.
So well done, Manashvi. But as you have told now, this project is made by Newton and all. So what you will be doing in the improvement part, where you will be using this project in your daily life? How will be using it?
Ma'am, you can use it as an educational, or ma'am, there is a conservation of momentum in energy too.
Okay, next participant is Kshitij Sharma. Kshitij, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Okay, okay. Yes, beta. Start.
Good morning. My name is Shitish Sharma and I am from class 7th B. The title of my project is Door Alarm. Ma'am, I want to change my topic with door alarm. Is it okay? I have made this project for the security purpose. When I will open the door, the buzzer will ring. When any thief will open the door, the buzzer will ring. It's happening because the nail is a conductor and it allows to pass the flow of the current. When the cardboard is attached between the clip, it doesn't allow the nails to meet them. So the buzzer will not ring at that time. And when I open the door, it will ring because the nails meet. This is the schematic diagram of my project. The negative terminal of the battery I have joined with the one nail of the clip, and the positive terminal of the battery I have joined with the buzzer, and the negative terminal of the buzzer I have joined with the switch, and the positive terminal of the clip I have joined with the switch. Thank you and have a nice day.
क्षितिज शर्मा, नाइस एक्सप्लेनेशन. आप मुझे बेटा एक बात बताओ कि आपने ये बोला कि ये बजर दब जाएगा अगर हम एक डोर खोलेंगे, तो डोर पे तो हम भी आ सकते हैं. आपने बोला ये सिक्योरिटी पर्पज से आप यूज कर रहे हो ना, ठीक है. सो अगर घर का कोई आता है और दरवाजा खोलता है तो ये बजर तो दब जाएगा, तो इसको बजर को कैसे पता चलेगा कि बाहर का कौन है और घर का कौन है? मीन्स हाउ?
Ma'am, when anyone of our house will enter, we can off the switch. Here I have attached the switch. We can off the switch.
नहीं बेटा, हम तो ऑफ ऑन ऑन करेंगे। मैं ये कह रही हूँ कि आप कह रहे कि डोर ओपन करेंगे तो ये बजर दबेगा, लेकिन अगर कोई अगर अननोन पर्सन आता है तो चलो ठीक है। अगर कोई नोन पर्सन भी आएगा और वो हमारा डोर को खोलेगा तो ये मतलब उस ये बजर को कैसे पता चलेगा कि अननोन है कि नोन है पर्सन?
Ma'am, we can put camera also.
बजर अच्छी बात है, हम सिक्योरिटी के लिए यूज करें, वो तो आपने बहुत अच्छा बताया, लेकिन अगर हमें भी तो अपने घर में आना, तो वो तो डोर खोलते बजर दब जाएगा, आवाज आ जाएगी।
मैम, अधिकतर थीव्स तो नाइट को आते तो हम नाइट को स्विच ऑन करके सो सकते हैं, और सुबह हम स्विच ऑफ कर सकते हैं। जब हम बाहर जा रहे हैं तब स्विच ऑन करके जा सकते हैं।
अच्छा, जब हम बाहर जाएंगे तो स्विच ऑन करके जा सकते हो, मुझे पूछना था। ओके बेटा, थैंक यू।
ओके मैम।
Next participant is Shreyashi Chaudhary. Shreyashi is not here. Okay, next is Tanmay Mahur.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, beta, switch on your camera.
Ma'am, my voice is.
Okay, you can start now.
Good morning, teachers. My name is Tanmay Maur. I am studying class 7th B. My project title is Hydraulic Lift. It is based on hydraulics, principle of hydraulics. It needs to make a few things like a box of cardboard for building, two ceiling, one is here and one is inside, and a pipe to connecting ceiling, and a paper box for an elevator. When Pascal laws state that when we apply force to an enclosed room, it distributes itself beyond all directions. In this, Pascal force is applied in the syringe. In the Pascal, when we push the syringe, the lift goes up, and when we pull back, the lift goes down. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Okay, thank you, Tanmay. Okay, now our left over participant, Ritika. Are you there? Please join. Ritika.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, beta.
Ma'am,
Switch on
now
your
is my voice clear?
beta camera on karo.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, is now my voice is clear?
Voice is clear, but camera is off. Okay, now you are visible. You can start now.
Good morning. Good morning, ma'am. Myself, Ritika Malhotra. Look at these plants. Did you notice something different in these plants? Yes, these plants are grown without soil. These plants, the process used of growing these plants is known as hydroponics. The plants which can grow from this hydroponic system are known as spinach, lettuce, money plant, bell pepper, etc. And the topic of my project is hydroponic, a modern way of cultivation. What are hydroponic systems and how did they work? Hydroponic is the art of gardening without water. In the absence of soil, water works to provide oxygen, hydration, and nutrients to plants. Hydroponics are hydroponics are sounds to be new, but the history dates back from the hanging garden of Babylon. In 13th century, Marco Polo wrote about floating gardens of China. In 1990s, NASA grew hydroponic bean seedling in space. Look at this picture. It is hanging on a bedlam. How does hydroponics work? Hydroponic system hydroponic system do not have control over hydroponic system have mind-made control over over environmental conditions like temperature and pH balance, and maximum control over water and nutrients. And hydroponic system works under a very simple principle of providing plants exactly what they need and when they need it. What are components of hydroponic system? There are three major components of hydroponic system. That are first, growing media. Plants are grown in media that support the weight of plants and anchor its root system. The second one is air stones and air pumps. These work to provide plants oxygen and to distribute dissolved nutrients. The last one is net pots, which net pots are used to hold plants.
Thank you, Hitika. Your time is over. Hitika, can you explain me?
Okay,
Will
ma'am.
the tall trees? Yes, will the tall trees grow by this method of hydroponics? Because this is a soil-less culture. Here, the
No,
plant grows
ma'am.
without
Only
soil.
the plants are grown with the process of hydroponics.
Yes, can you repeat it again? Repeat your
No,
answer.
ma'am. All the plants are not grown as trees.
Okay, thank you, Hitika.
Ma'am, only ornamental plants are grown.
Okay, thank you, Hitika.
Herbs and ornamental plants are grown.
Next is Mohammed Ayan. Mohammed Ayan, are you there? Next is Mumuksha Harkar. Students, please, if you are there, join fast. And Shreyashi Chaudhary. Anyone of these three? So these three students, Ayan, Mumuksha and Shreyashi, will be considered absent. Okay? So students, now we have finished with class 7. And within a minute, we will start with class 8. Okay, thank you, Doc.